students, you are most welcome in my online English classes. Students, I'm Vinod and I'm present here to discuss with you on the topics of English grammar. Today our topic is present perfect tense. Students, first of all we'll discuss about the definition of this topic. Present perfect tense is the form of verb that conveys the idea of the perfection of an action in the sentence or sentences, you can say. Students, it's very compulsory to know about the definition of any topic, and through the definition we can know something more about that topic. So I had already told you or denoted you about the definition of tense. If you have reminded about the definition of tense, tense is a form of verb. That's why here present perfect tense is also the form of verb. This verb conveys the idea of the perfection of an action in the sentence. Students, but you have to keep in your mind, this is the perfection of present tense. In the reference of definition, I'm going to study this point. In the reference of definition of the present perfect tense, we can say that verb which is used in present perfect tense, it shows the perfection of the action in the sentence or sentences. Like, we have studied present continuous tense. Yes, students, we can say very surely and purely in the sentences of present perfect tense, we can show the perfection of action in the sentences. Here is an example in which you can observe the task of study. The task of study has been completed by the subject we. Yes, students. In the above sentence, we can observe that the task of studying has been completed by the subject we. So, the verb studied conveys the idea of perfection. Explanation of rules. Yes, it means you can say here we will discuss about rules and their explanations. First, students, you can check here. First, actions started in the past and continues in the present. Yes, it is very true. The action of this tense, it started in the past but continue in the present. In such conditions, we can use present perfect tense. We can take the first example. They haven't lived here for years. They haven't lived here for years. Yes, students, in this sentence, you can observe and you come to know about the status of their living in that house, because it has been said in this sentence they haven't lived here for years. It means they are not present in this house for years. Next sentence, She has worked in the bank for 5 years. She has worked. It means we can say she is also working at this time, but here we can measure the time span of her working in that bank, and the lifespan or the time span of her working is, we can say, 5 years. We have had the same car for 10 years. It means they had purchased a car 10 years ago, but till now that car is with them. It means they are using that car at this time also. Have you played the piano since you were a child? Yes, you can say here. Here we can check you were a child. It means here is a question, and in this sentence we can say a question has been asked by the speaker, by the you can say anyone, you can say, and he's asking or she's asking, have you played the piano? It means here is a question. Last you can say you were a child. It means here the speaker wants to ask about the piano and its playing. He is asking, here you can say, has he started to play piano when he was a child? It means from his childhood, is he playing that piano, or any piano you can say, but here he wants to ask about piano and its playing. Second, when the time period referred to has not finished. It means it is very true the task has been started in the past but not finished now. In the first example, I have worked hard this week. It means from the very beginning of the week he started hard work, but till now he is working very hard. Next, it means the second example of this, it has rained a lot this year. It means the season of the raining, or the raining season, we can say. Raining season has not completed right now, and till now it has rained a lot. It means the task has not been finished. We haven't seen her today. Here you may have a question, why have you used here today? Today, here we can say today in the morning. It means on that point of time we are standing, and before that time of that day we can say today. It means since last 2 days, 3 days, and up to today we haven't seen her. Next, third, actions repeated in an unspecified period between the past and now. It means there is a point of time which is called unspecified period. It means it lies between present and past. Yes. Here are some examples. They have seen that film 6 times. It means up to now they have seen that film 6 times. Next, it has happened several times already. It means already means before that point of time. She has visited there frequently. Frequently means again and again. Again and again. She has visited there. It means visits by her visits by her are regular. It means she is visiting again and again and again. Next, we have eaten at that restaurant many times. It means we can say they have used that restaurant a lot of time, many time. It means they have visited that restaurant many times. Many times. You know very well why do we visit the restaurants? Of course, to take food, delicious food we can say. Next, fourth, actions completed in the very recent past. Yes, students, it means actions have been completed just. Yes, we can use here just. Have you just finished your work? I have just eaten. It means I have completed my task just before this point of time. Just before this point of time. We have just seen her. It means yes, very near to that point of time. We have just seen her. Has he just left? In this sentence you can say, students, here in this sentence a question is asked. It means the subject wants to ask about the situation. Here you can say, if you want to know, here subject is he and we want to ask about he, and we want to know, has he just left? It means very recently we can say. Number 5, when the precise time of the action is not important or not known. It means the previous time is not so important, or we can say we have no knowledge about the precise time. First example of this, someone has eaten my soup. Someone has eaten my soup. You can say someone. It means we have no knowledge who has eaten my soup, but the task has been done by anyone. Have you seen Gone with the Wind? It means here it may be the name of a play, a serial, anything it may be, but here you can know this is a subject here. Have you seen? It means there is a question which is arised by anyone, and he or she wants to ask about any particular subject. Has you seen that? Has you seen that? Yes, here. She studied Japanese, Russian, and English. She's studied. It means she has studied. She has studied. It means the task has been completed before this point of time. It means up to this time she has knowledge of Japanese, Russian, and English. Yes, students. Present perfect plus ever, never, already, yet. It means the use of ever, never, already, yet in the present perfect tense. Ever. The adverbs ever and never expresses the idea of an unidentified time before now. Before now, it means before this point of time. Have you ever visited Berlin? Yes, ever. Ever means before this time. Ever and never are always placed before the main verb past participle. It means third form of verb. In very simple sense, we can say we have to place ever and never before the third form of verb. Ever is used in questions. Examples: have you ever been to England? Has he ever met the Prime Minister? There are questions. In the negative questions, examples: haven't they ever been to Europe? But students, I want to tell you, instead of not ever, we can use never. I mean to say, not ever is equal to never. Haven't you ever eaten Chinese food? Here you can check. Here, haven't. It means there is a connection between have plus not, and we have mixed it and omitted o and use apostrophe, and it makes haven't. Yes, here are some questions. Ever means anytime. Haven't they anytime been to Europe? It means have they visited Europe? Yes, it is the sense in these sentences. In negative statements, using the pattern nothing plus ever or nobody plus ever. Examples: nobody has ever said that to me before. It means before this time, nobody has said such type of things to me. Nothing like this has ever happened to us. It means this is happened first time with us. Before this time, now. With the first time. Examples: it's the first time that I've ever eaten snails. It means first time I have eaten this dish. This is the first time I have ever been to England. It means I have come England first time. Never means at no time before now, and is the same as not ever. I have never visited Berlin. No need here to use I have not ever visited Berlin. Instead of not ever, we can use never. Be careful, you must not use never and not together. Yes, students, you have to take care about this, because we can't use not and never combinedly. Yes, we can say I have taken here the first example. I haven't never been to Italy. No, wrong, totally wrong. I have never been to Italy. This is fantastic. It's right, adequate. Here we can check the use of some words in present perfect tense. Already. Already refers to an action that has happened at an unspecified time before now. It suggests that there is no need for repetition. Examples: I've already drunk 3 coffee this morning and I'm not interested to take any more. Don't write to John. I've already done it. It means there is no need to repeat or to write once again a letter to John. So, already means which task has been completed already, and right now there is no need to do that task. It is also used in questions. Example: have you already written to John? Yes, this sentence is also right. Has she finished her homework already? Yes. It means there in both sentences there are two questions, and here the questioner, you can say, or you can say the speaker wants to ask about the status of the task. Next, already can be placed before the main verb, past participle, or at the end of the sentence. Yes, students, we can use already after the helping verb and at the last of the sentence. Here are two examples. I have already been to Tokyo. I have been to Tokyo already. But students, I want to tell you about the use of already. If you use already after helping verb, that time it gives a superb expression in that sentence. But if you want to use it at the end of the sentence, we can't say it's wrong. But here the impression or the influence of this word will be something, or slightly we can say less. Yet. Students, next is yet. Here, yet is used in negative statements and questions to mean not in the period of time between before now and now, not up to and including the present. Yet is usually placed at the end of the sentence or sentences. Yes, in the use of already, we have just read. I have used just. We have used just. We have used just. Two sentences in the last slide after the helping verb and at the end of the sentence. But here it is described that we have to use yet at the end of the sentence. Examples. First, have you met Judy yet? Judy yet. It means up to now I haven't visited the Tate Gallery yet. It means I haven't visited that gallery up to now. Has he arrived yet? It means we want to know, has he come up to now or at this point of time? They haven't eaten yet. It means we are confirmed. We are confirmed in this sentence. Forming the present perfect. The present perfect of any verb is composed of two elements: the appropriate form of the auxiliary verb to have present tense plus the past participle of the main verb. It means you can say has, have plus third form of verb. The past participle of a regular verb is based base plus ed. It means main form of the verb plus ed. Like talk, talked, talked. Here we can form second and third form by tagging only ed. For example, played, arrived, looked. For irregular verbs, see the table of irregular verbs in the section called verbs. Yes, if you want to know about the irregular verbs, I can tell you what type of irregular verbs we can use, like go, went, gone. Here you can check. Go, first form, went, there is change. Gone, another change. So these are called irregular verbs. Affirmative sentence, negative sentence, interrogative sentence, negative interrogative sentence. She has visited. Affirmative sentence, positive statement. She has not or hasn't visited. Negativity, because we have used here not. Interrogative, we have placed helping verb before subject. Has she visited? In this sentence there is a question. Negative interrogative, to have plus not, it means hasn't. Hasn't she visited? Here we can also write has she not visited. Not you can place here if you want to know. After she you can say. But hasn't we can't say, it's wrong. It's also right. Students, to work present perfect tense. It means here are the forms of verb walk. It means walked, have walked, I have walked. You can check here. I have walked, you have walked, he, she, it has walked, we have walked, you have walked, they have walked. Here only one change you can see. When a subject is he, she, it, we have used here has as auxiliary. Negativity we have to place after helping verb, or we can combine helping verb plus not, and at this time we have to omit o and use apostrophe, like I haven't walked, you haven't walked, he, she, it hasn't walked, he, she hasn't walked, we haven't walked. Here you can say, and here you can check the auxiliary will be at first. It means before the subject. Here you can, one more thing you can check. This is the point of unspecified time. It means if there is the existence of present perfect tense, we can say here. It means between the past and present. Here we can say now, and this one is before now. This one before now. We can say by checking the sign of arrow here. This point of time is before now. It means very near to present. The task has been completed here, but very near to present. It means the effect of that task is affecting directly to the present tense. Uses of present perfect tense. First, to express an action that has recently been completed, as I have completed my work. I have just received a fax message. In these sentences, you can check the action has been completed very recently. Second, To describe an action the time of which is not given. Yes, here you can say the present perfect tense is used to describe an action of the time of which is not given. About that time which is not given. They have left for Delhi. It means the time is not confirmed. I have seen a snake in the garden, but here we can't say on which time I have seen that snake in the garden. Third, to express an action that began in the past and still continues. I have known her for 7 years. It means 7 years before I came to know about her and till now I know her. I have seen him since Monday last. It means the process of see. It means seeing that people or not that people, we can say that man since last Monday. Monday last you can use here. Fourth, to describe the past experience. For example, he has seen the Taj at Agra twice. It means he has the experience to see the Taj 2 times. He has failed in the secondary school examination twice. It means he has got experience to be failed in the secondary school examination 2 times. The following adverbs or adverbial particles are usually used in present perfect tense as yet, as, just now, already, recently, lately, frequently, so far, this morning, ever, never, once, twice, thrice, etc., etc. Yes, students, you can use these adverbial particles or adverbs in the sentences of present perfect tense. Remember, adverb of time which is used in past tense is not used present perfect tense. Like as you can check here, father has returned from Kolkata. Yes, has returned. But here is not any sign of past. If you want to use the sign or the adverb of past, like yesterday, you have to make this sentence father returned from Kolkata yesterday. At this time, you can say will use here past indefinite tense. Okay, students, I think this video will enhance your knowledge about present perfect tense. Okay, take care.